Auri'An. I'm the founder of Auri'An Healing. Thank you for joining me as I take this opportunity to explain to parents and guardians of our young children the purpose behind the short series of videos that I have produced. They're basically to help our young people get through the current times and give them tools that will help them now and later on in life as well. I am an holistic counsellor and I am a meditation therapist teacher. I hold a passion to help people who are struggling through stress and anxiety and fear in their day-to-day lives. What I am not is a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and I would therefore recommend that if you have a child that has a diagnosed mental health issue, that you contact their provider and just run through the videos with them and make sure that they're in alignment with your child's treatment plan. Last year I was honoured to be instrumental in introducing mindfulness practices into my local state primary school, and absolutely ecstatic that the kids have taken these ideas, these tools, and they're running with them. It's the thing that they turn to now if they're in trouble or when they're stressed or upset about anything. They just turn back to their Starfish Breathing, and gives them that opportunity to settle down, to get calm, to get centered before they need to get on with their lives. And it was this knowledge that the children are utilizing this practice that has led me to produce these videos so that we can get that very basic help out to a wider group of kids. At the moment, 1 in 7 Australian children have a mental disorder that is diagnosable and primarily dealing with stress and anxiety. And to my mind, that level is way too high. Even though it is lower than many other countries, it's still too high. We can do something about that. I do advise you as parents and guardians just to look through those videos first before you introduce them to your child, so that you're there with them as they watch them initially, and you can answer any questions and help them out if they need that. These videos are giving tools that the child can just go to easily. They don't have to carry anything around with them. They just utilize something that we all do from the minute we're born till the minute that we pass away, and that is breathe. That's the only thing they need to be able to do to be able to access these wonderful tools. So how do they work? Well, it's based on the fight-or-flight response, or the stress response it's sometimes known as. And this is something that we in our current society are inundated with. We live in a bath of fight-or-flight response, hormones and enzymes. What happens is when we see something that puts us into a fear situation, our body floods us with all these information carriers so that our body can be ready to get the heck out of there or bop the tiger on the nose, whatever's required. And your body does this before your mind even engages and recognizes that there's an issue. And that's a wonderful survival technique. And it's designed to be exactly that. And that 15 minutes or so after the event, everything's calmed down, you're back to normal. Except that doesn't happen in today's society. We're dealing with our politics, with our advertising, with the movies that we choose to watch, the books we choose to read, conversations on social media, peer pressure, I've got the wrong body shape, or I'm getting a little bit older and got a few wrinkles, and all these things produce a pressure in us that we're trying to deal with and sort with, and that is a really chronic fight or flight response. And we owe it to our children to minimize that, because they are not immune. That response causes disease. It is what is behind high blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes, thyroid issues, fibromyalgia, and all sorts of other things. We need to try and help our children so that this isn't part of their lives unnecessarily. So what happens? In the videos we go through just very short, very basic techniques which helps the child to control their breathing. In fight or flight response, your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure goes up, your breathing goes up, and everything is preparing you to move or to freeze. And we can't actually control any of those changes in our body other than our breathing. When we get into that situation, our breathing escalates, and our body and our mind knows that that's a stressful situation. If we have calm breathing, our body knows that everything in the world's calm, that we're safe. And that is what we're trying to bring our children back to, is to let them know that they are safe. So it's really important. That's pretty much it. The actual ideas, the techniques that I'm producing in the videos for them are very simple, very basic. They can be utilised by children at a very young age. I know 3 or 4 older. There are other techniques that older children can use as well, but they can use these ones too. And all I can say is give it a go. You need to practice this with your child. Your child is not going to remember, and it is not going to come back to use this as a default go-to in times of anxiety unless they practice. It's a bit like playing the piano. You can't play a concerto unless you sit there and put in the hours. So you can help your children utilize these tools, to know these tools, and then they'll become a great thing, whether they are anxious, whether they're stressed, whether they're overexcited, or they're just being naughty and acting out because they haven't got a clue how to deal with what's going on in their lives. These tools will help them. Thank you for your patience in listening through this. It would be absolutely awesome if you could let me know how you get on. I'll put links below, and you can get back in touch with me if you wish to. Thank you.